Alright, hey, what is going on, my brotherhood? Welcome to another new episode of Like, Love, and Destroy!
Grr.
If you guys are excited, I hope you are. I'm gonna go back real quick. Make sure you destroy the like button this time. Destroy it!
It's gone.
Yeah, atomic breath, that stuff. You know, Godzilla.
Now no one can like this video now.
And if you're new,
guess we'll have to love it.
Yeah, love it. If you can't destroy it, love it.
Love the describe button.
Love the like button. Show some love to the like button and destroy it.
Gone.
And if you're new, join this perpetually ever-changing weird family that is Mock Creations, YouTube, and Cosplay. And head on over and subscribe. What are you doing?
Right meow.
Right, meow. Whoa, hold on. Pause the video. Open up a new tab. And right meow. Right meow. Right?
Alright, thank you for doing that. Good job pausing.
Alright. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Wow.
I am so happy that you're here with us. Real quick, I'm going to introduce my co-host for the day. First of all, she is attached to my hip, regardless.
Your Siamese twins?
Kinda, yeah.
Awesome. Sorry, conjoined.
There was a priest that said, "Till death do us part," and I am now taking that as a challenge.
Challenge accepted.
So,
Accepted.
but she is the amazing Serafina. How are you today?
I'm good. Woo.
Okay, so you destroyed someone this episode, right?
Yes.
You
Oh
better
my gosh,
have.
I followed all of the rules, okay?
All right.
It was one time. I don't know.
That was one time, far too many.
I'm the chaotic one here.
Oh gosh. So like, go to your D&D chart, look up chaotic neutral, and you will see a picture of Serafina right there. Now, I can't say, I wish I could say I'm lawful good because I'm kind of an asshole sometimes.
You are, yeah.
So you can't go to lawful good and just see my lovely face there. You know, I don't know why I'm like expressing myself with my hands right now. You guys can't see me.
You're like voguing.
But I'm pretty sure if you went to lawful neutral, there'd be like a big homage to me. You know?
Could be.
I want to ask my other co-host what he thinks he is. So real quick, I'm going to introduce him. The mighty Roaring Pendragon.
Hello, like, love, destroy audience.
Your roar is kind of like
Rawr.
lackluster right now, actually.
Rawr,
I'm not a
Linus.
T-Rex. I don't know. I just can't do it.
T-Rex. If you were on the alignment chart, where do you think you would put yourself?
I'm always straight neutral.
Just straight, like there's like a cookie over there, and there's like a fairy dragon, and you know, a devil, like for some reason fighting over it, and they have their own desires to get that cookie for some reason, and you almost want to go get that cookie, but your neutrality is just kind of like, eh.
So then you don't really want the cookie?
He does though.
I break
but
it
he
in
does
half,
it.
and then they each get a half.
What about you
What,
though?
how do you, they can't all
If
have
they
half?
want it that bad, I'm not worried about it. See? Because I'm
Wow.
neutral.
I
Because
think-
you're neutral.
I think I would be more chaotic good than chaotic.
Yet there can also be the
I'm a
times
good
that
person.
I might just distract them, and then I take the whole cookie myself.
I'm a good person.
Just depends on
So
the
it's
day.
like, it's like a roll of the die for you, you know.
I do actually when I play D&D. Sometimes if I don't know kind of what I would want my character to decide, I actually have one of the little dice out of Magic 8 Ball that I roll, and I use that to help. me
Cuties
decide.
does the same thing. She's like, I
Ah.
don't know what I'm gonna do. The dice say yes, and it's like, what?
Because I don't want to always like metagame, so I want to be like, well, let's just see what happens.
Well, all right. So real quick, we got to get back to the actual.
What?
Because we're kind of like getting away from the topic of today.
We haven't even gotten to
But
the
let's go. We haven't even gotten to the topic yet. But real quick, let's go over what Like, Love, Destroy is.
The
real
legal
quick.
jargon here.
Yeah, the legal jargon.
The lawyers. Sorry.
Like, Love, Destroy will be discussion of characters, fandoms, universes, and other areas of interest we find in our daily lives. Our choices are made from our own experience and reflect only our opinions. Please feel free to let us know your opinions in the comment section down below. Serafina and I and others will decide on a particular fandom and group, etc., and will make our decisions about those characters without telling each other. We will then reveal our choices to each other and to you in the video and react to them, giving our reasons for liking, loving, or destroying that particular character. This week we will be discussing the ladies of Marvel. And this is in response to Captain Marvel just coming out.
Yeah.
When we're recording it, it's coming out today, but it's coming out, this episode comes out on Tuesday. So Captain Marvel just came out this past Thursday. I have not seen it yet, as of this recording.
Neither have I.
Neither have we.
But-
Is Captain Marvel even in that picture?
Yeah, well, Miss Marvel is.
But that's not the.
That's not the same.
It's not the same. I'm not saying it is, but Carol Danvers.
So then the answer to your question is no.
Okay.
Carol Danvers is in this picture, though.
Okay.
So, yes. So, in a way, shape, or form, Captain Marvel is in this picture.
Because isn't Miss Marvel who Rogue got her powers from?
Yes, because Rogue actually ends up like touching, her to do something,
long.
and her hair, for some reason goes white for some reason.
That's not what the movie said.
The movie is not. Oh my God! Nerds of the world, unite and roast this heedless woman right now.
I see virtual pitchforks and torches coming.
Oh my gosh! All right. Wow.
That was worth it.
So real quick, just because we're not focusing here or anything, I would like to discuss like who we can actually identify on this page real quick. So we got like Black Cat here,
Yep.
Scarlet Witch, Tigra, Black Widow, Elektra, Kitty Pryde.
Yep.
I do not know.
That's Oh yeah. Is that
I don't think that's Jean because that's Jean.
right?
But real quick, let's skip her real quick. Emma Frost, She-Hulk,
Yes. Invisible.
Invisible Woman, Jean Grey, Rogue. I don't know.
Is that Firestar?
Maybe.
Firestarter?
Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel, Storm, Spider-Woman. I don't know, and I don't know.
That's not Polaris, is it? No.
I thought Polaris was a guy.
Yeah, no, Polaris is a girl.
I thought Polaris was the gay
She
guy.
has green hair though. Never mind. So that's not her.
Oh.
You guys
I thought Polaris was the gay guy.
are terrible.
No, that's not.
She's
a green-haired girl.
But you know who I'm talking about, like an X-Men character who gets married, and he's like one of the first boundary-breaking characters in Marvel Comics to get married as a gay guy to another gay guy. That'd be weird if he's like, I'm gonna break some boundaries. Since I'm gay, I'm a married girl.
Or marry this straight guy.
Or marry straight guy.
That's right. That's it.
Right.
Anyway, we're getting off track again.
All right. So
awful.
this is a like, love, destroy for the female characters that we find in the Marvel universe, and I've got a couple honorary mentions real quick.
That's not like the fake Jean Grey, the one
that might be actually.
that was,
I guess
part of the Hellfire Club. What the heck was her name?
that might be. I guess.
No.
But
Totally eluding me.
I've got a couple.
The Goblin Queen.
Yes.
I've got a couple of honorary characters I'd like to
Madeline
talk about
Pryor.
real quick.
Anyway.
And those honorary characters. Ooh.
What did you just do?
Sorry, guys. Real quick, I forgot to get my notes up. So technical difficulties, real quick.
Finally, it's not me.
You have notes?
Yes.
I have
Why
notes
didn't
because
you include them on the thing then?
I don't know.
I thought about doing notes for once, and then I was like, I'll
Well,
just
hurry
not.
up.
Oh gosh, I'm feeling pressure, like get your stuff together, Caleb.
Yeah. Actually.
Wow.
Notepad.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
my
All right. So my honorary characters,
Is your
real quick.
teleprompter ready to go
My
now? sir?
teleprompter is ready to
You're
go now.
Ron Bergen?
My honorary characters I want to mention real quick are Moon Girl and Nico Minoru, and I don't really know anything about Moon Girl.
She's
But
a cool name.
But the reason why I want to mention her is
Is she the one with
because
the dinosaur?
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. I want to read this comic book so much that I just had to mention her because Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Hey guys, we need a new comic book character out there. What do you got? Well, we got this black girl who's really good at combining making technology, and she's very young. And for some reason, because of these two aspects, they call her Moon Girl. Okay, but that doesn't seem like enough, because we've got, other technology-based people. What else can we do? What about a dragon? No, dragons are so overrated. What about a dinosaur? But a devil dinosaur with, horns. So a Triceratops? No! No! Tyrannosaurus Rex with horns.
Oh my goodness.
So, I don't know.
I bet if you read her stuff, it'd probably make more sense.
It probably does, but that's all I can think about right now.
Just from that picture, though, I do want to see her roller skate and punch somebody in the face with her.
Yeah, because you have like a big, giant boxing glove on.
That's just cool.
But I cannot wait till my first read of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. That's why I had to mention her real
You'll have
quick.
to let me know. That's cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Nico Minoru, she's a member of the Marvel Runaways cast.
Okay.
I'm more... I've only really seen this version of her from the Hulu
show.
TV show. I do have Volume 2 of Runaways, but I have not read it yet because I'm waiting to get Volume 1.
How did we get Volume 2?
Well, okay, not Volume 2, Series 2. So after they've run away and they've done all their adventures, now they're like a little bit older and now they're hanging out and they split up. Series 2 starts.
You want to see the story in order? What is wrong with you?
I know, I'm a weirdo, right?
Jeez.
But I really like Nico because, you know, she's a character that, you know, she has magical powers, but she can't ever do anything the same way twice. So, like, if you were to gash your arm open, she could go mend, and your wound would mend. She can never use that version of the spell again. She has to come up with something intuitive and different enough that it's the same but different at the same time. You get what I'm saying?
Like
That's
mending or men's?
But if it's mending, then that means it would just keep going, possibly.
Tell me she runs around with a pocket thesaurus then. Like,
a thesaurus, like, shit, mend!
fix! Repair!
What have I used? That sounds terrible.
But it sounds exciting.
I like that. Cool. That's kind of a cool
it's
idea.
It's different, you know? It's so different. And she has a giant staff, like a magical staff that she uses. You can see her holding it here. You can't see her holding it here, but those are two characters I really wanted to bring up that I really like. One that I really like, but it's not enough like, I guess. And the other one, someone I'm really interested in reading about. So,
Gotcha.
Now we'll get to my like. Let's spin that like. Spin it. I am really intrigued by Armor from X-Men. She's part of the Paladins group with, so Armor, her real name is Hisiko Ichiki. She's from Tokyo. And she joins the Xavier Institute during the during the time that Xavier Institute is just getting like way too many people. So they start breaking them up into teams and everything, even more teams than just the X-Men and X-Force and everything. She actually ends up joining Kitty Pryde, her best friend Wing, and I think one other person as the Paladins.
I had no idea who that girl is.
Oh, she's really interesting character. You would think so. The reason why
cool from
the reason why I really like this character is because I'm glad that Marvel. To me, if I was going to draw this character, I would intuitively think of a guy, and I'm glad Marvel didn't do that. But you know what I'm saying, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
The knight in shining armor, the man wears the armor.
Colossus.
Well, yeah, but you understand what I'm saying when I'm like, you would intuitively think. If I didn't tell you this was a girl and I told you everything about her, you might intuitively think guy. So that's why I'm really intrigued by this character too, is because it's the depiction of strength and everything, but from a woman's perspective.
Not like women. No, I mean it's of a woman. I don't know if a woman's perspective would make armor like that.
Well, she can change her armor to form anything she wants. So like,
I know, but like
she can actually make her armor huge. Like, look how huge she is.
Well, I'm just saying. I don't know if you can call. I don't know who makes these.
Hey, if you gotta go fight Rita Repulsa, you gotta get bigger armor.
Real quick, her powers are psionic exoskeleton armor. Armor can generate an enormously strong, powerful, durable, and impenetrable psionic exoskeleton around her. Okay, so when I made this, I was on this screen. Around her entire physical body by drawing more power, energy, and strength from the bloodline of her Japanese ancestors. So somehow her Japanese ancestry gets placed into this. This is the part that's kind of stupid in my opinion. Like, she has to call upon the energy of her Japanese ancestry, but
okay,
so she's Mulan. All right.
That's Chinese, sir.
Sorry.
Gosh. Come on!
She called
Show
on-
some class, man! They're not all just the same people. Not like all white people. Come on, man.
Ancestors, hear my plea.
Well, please not make a fool of me.
Alright, guys.
This exoskeleton drastically enhances her strength, endurance, stamina, agility, invulnerability, durability, though she can only maintain it for short periods of time, lest the effort leave her drained. In situations of extreme emotional stress, armor can significantly enhance her exoskeleton's size, strength, agility, dexterity, durability, but she can only do so briefly, as the strain can render her unconscious. To some extent, she can shape her armor, like in this picture, such as the ability to form Wolverine-like claws and make them extend outward.
See, I would read that.
Right?
That's great. 'Cause
Wolverine
that looks
actually
so
trains her.
That looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. So she has
Did she
superhuman...
train with? Did she train with like X-23 then, or?
No, this is before Wolverine dies. She has training from Wolverine.
Gotcha.
So she has superhuman... big spoiler, by the way. Wolverine died, but he's back now. So
What?
he's been dead for like years, but you know... she has superhuman strength, superhuman durability, and invulnerability. And she actually has a concussive blast that she can, cause her armor to release a large, solid concussive blast of energy. But this takes a lot of concentration. But just so you know, she can shape her armor to make it look like anything she wants. It's just apparently this is like a big giant Oni demon kind of thing. Oni demon armor or whatever. But I imagine she does like... Because in this one, it kind of makes her look like she's... I've seen a more traditional picture where she kind of looks like the guy with the ruby in his head. That's Xavier's half-brother.
Oh, Juggernaut?
Juggernaut? There's a picture, not this picture, but there's another picture where she kind of looks like she's just wearing Juggernaut's psionic armor.
Right on.
And I think that's her natural go-to. So, but that is Armor. She's a really intriguing character. I like her a lot. By the way, I'm picking some esoteric characters because everyone knows I like Miss Marvel. Everyone knows I like Captain Marvel. Everyone knows I like Kamala Khan. Those are characters I've talked about. Black Cat, She-Hulk. I feel like I've talked about She-Hulk before. So I'm trying to pick characters that I still like and love.
Missed Wasp. She's in there too.
Oh, Wasp is in there? Where is she? Oh, she's right there!
Wow!
Ah!
I like you're like, where?
I know,
you
right with
literally-
the cursor
You
on
literally
it.
circled her.
Of course she's sitting on She-Hulk, but this is why I'm picking the characters I'm picking, because I feel like I've talked about other people, so I want to give other people their time to shine. But let's go to my love. Spin that love. We're going to talk about Jocasta. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this character.
I'm lost.
I saw.
You don't know who Jocasta
I saw her
is?
picture when I was looking through stuff, and I was like, she looks like a Twi'lek. And then,
That's what I was
and
saying.
then I
Metal
moved-
Twi'lek.
And then I moved
That's her
on,
hair.
'cause I
That's-
have no idea who she is.
That's her hair. But, okay, so, real quick, I'm going to tell you what I know about Jocasta from the comics that I've read. Jocasta is... Well, okay, I'm going to go over her history real quick, then I'll go over the comics I've read. Jocasta was created by the combined efforts of Ultron and Hank Pym. So Ultron's like, I'm kind of lonely. You know what makes sense, though? Robot wife. So he goes to Hank Pym and goes, you're going to make me a wife. And Hank Pym's like, I ain't going to do that. Then Ultron's like, you better or I'll do something bad. And Hank Pym's like, okay, I got it. So he makes Jocasta, and Ultron takes Wasp and traps her consciousness and everything in Jocasta, but there's all kinds of layered programming, so it's not just Wasp inside this robot body, it's all the programming and her personality and everything combined together to make Jocasta.
I just want to say real quick, when you're doing your dialogue, I loved it because it reminded me of Ant-Man when the dude's telling the story and he's like doing all the voices in his voice, and he's like, yeah, and then he's like, hey Pam, I'm gonna do this, and he's like, no, you're not, and then I love that part of those movies. So
Well,
that was good.
And by the way, just so you guys know, Ultron was not created by Tony Stark, Hulk and everything in the movies.
But it was in the
But that's what the
movies.
movie says.
He was created by Hank Pym, and that's the reason why Ultron's like, I want a wife like my dad, but apparently my mom. If you think about it, Hank Pym and Wasp are married, and Hank Pym made
I need an
Ultron. Yes. So
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger. So that's why that happens. Now, eventually, Wasp gets set free. But there's residual amounts of her personality and consciousness that gets trapped inside Jocasta and becomes its own entity.
Okay.
So Jocasta is finally made, but she's always got this layered programming to go out and recreate Ultron. But for a long time, she spends her time trying to, reach a sentient, like, I'm a human. You should treat me like I'm human. Even though I'm not human. I'm sentient. You treat me fairly. So she joins the Avengers a lot, but even though they're like, you're an Avenger, she's just like, no, it's never enough. And she keeps dying and coming back to life because, that's how it works in comics. But, when I say die, like, her body explodes, but somehow she got downloaded somewhere else or whatever.
Of course.
And, like, during the final moment there's, like, nowhere for her to go or download herself into, so she's got to sacrifice herself. She's doing it for the Avengers. Captain America literally, goes up to her in this time of crisis that she's about to sacrifice herself and goes, you are the purest of people and a true Avenger. And she dies knowing that she did what she reached that sentience, that I am just like every other person. I am human.
Talk about some spoilers, Caleb.
Well, this all happened years ago in comics.
Spoilers!
So, so
Well,
eventually,
I have to read it now, I guess.
so she does come back to life again and falls in love with a character called Machine Man, who she's teamed up with a lot in the past. Machine Man is literally a machine man that was created by the United States military, and they start developing a relationship together. Now, in current comics, she is an employee of Stark Unlimited, so she ends up actually getting a close relationship with Tony Stark because she actually ends up being saved by downloading herself into Iron Man's armor a couple times, and they develop this relationship where they help each other. Stark, though, ends up trying to start a new company in the brand new Tony Stark comics and starts Stark Unlimited, where Jocasta becomes the company's chief robot ethicist.
All right.
So any robot that has any kind of sentience, she makes sure that they are treated fairly with rights.
Boom.
So yeah, that is Jocasta. Jocasta is just an interesting character. It's about just, I feel like I can see like other people doing what she does, even though they are human, they're treated subhuman. And it's just that
She's like their union rep.
yeah.
All right.
But also, let's just say this right now. She got some curves going on. So,
Wow.
I'd spank that metal booty. I don't know about you guys.
Wow.
And hurt your hand.
Way to devalue the whole thing you just did.
Hey, everything I just said about her is true and attractive in their own ways. But then she had to
And
go
then
on.
you degraded it.
I didn't.
You
Come on.
immediately everything you just said it went right there. Boom.
Well, okay, so I'm going to degrade the crap out of this next one, alright? So I
Please
hope you're
don't.
ready. No, this character deserves it. This character deserves it, and you're going to see why here in a minute. I promise you, you will agree with me once you see what this character
Find
is.
out.
I don't think I will.
We're going
Spin
to
it.
bring that destroy out and spin it. We're going to talk about Big Bertha. Now, I am not destroying this character because she is a big woman. I am destroying this character because how her mutant power works and how the hell did Marvel just look at the notes that whoever created this character and go, sure, let's make that happen. But before we get into it, before we get into how her mutant power works, Big Bertha is actually oh, crap, sorry, let me get that back. Big Bertha is a young woman growing up in Wisconsin. Ashley Crawford discovered her mutant ability to completely control the distribution of her body's adipose tissue, fat tissue. Using this power, Ashley crafted her physical physique to become an internationally famous supermodel. Still don't really have a problem with this because this is kind of, whatever. For a time, Ashley was the highest paid fashion model in the country, appearing on the covers of multiple magazines. However, yearning for more, Ashley responded to an ad in a local newspaper calling for men and women to come to action. Donning the persona of Big Bertha, Ashley Crawford joins Mr. Immortal's Great Lakes Avengers. Now, let me explain what the Great Lakes Avengers are. First of all, the reason why they exist is the Marvel Universe starts getting Avengers headquarters throughout the country. So, like, the people from New York don't have to go, crap, there's something going on in frickin' California. Well, let's get over there real quick. So that's how we get West Coast Avengers, Great Lakes Avengers, things like that.
West Coast.
But the Great Lakes Avengers are kind of like...
Oh, it is.
The Great Lakes Avengers are like, let's take all these really dumb, stupid characters and kind of mash them together to form a somewhat...
So they're like, hey, we're the Avengers, you know, don't you know?
Don't you know?
Over here at the Great Lakes, yeah.
Oh, yeah, don't you know?
We're gonna stop the evil over there, you know.
So, what the reason why I cannot stand Big Bertha is because, not because she can go from this to this and back, but it's how she goes from this to this. And how she does that is, first of all, I'm going to explain how she goes from this to this. She can literally just, like, she'll eat something. And she'll take all the fat and make sure it just keeps staying there.
Okay.
Or in other stories, it's said that she can just kind of brings fat in from, like, an alternate dimension or something. So she just bulks up.
Alternate dimension.
So she just bulks up and starts, putting that adipose tissue everywhere she needs. Okay?
Okay.
But how she goes from this to this...
She spins?
She pukes.
So she purges.
Oh, that's not cool at all.
Do you see why I'm destroying this character now?
Yeah.
This character totally deserves to be destroyed.
Wow.
This is like the first person. This is like the first time I have I've destroyed a character not based off of personality, not based off their actions or anything, but based off of this is horrible. So Big Bertha's like, oh, I need to go out and supermodel for a while. And you can imagine what this is like, because that's a huge deal. Like, I don't even remember what the name of the disease is, but the disease is bulimia.
Yeah,
it's like, what the hell?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not a good food content.
Okay, so you happy that I did this? Like, okay, come on.
I guess I understand it now, yeah.
She deserves to be destroyed. If they could just rewrite her character somehow, like, why can't she just take the adipose tissue that she just keeps bringing in from this alternate universe and go,
And put
okay,
it back?
yeah, I'm done now. Well, why does she have to... It's a horrible concept. I hate it. It's freaking awful. That's where I'm going to go from here.
I got you. I'm alright with what you said.
But let's go ahead and get into Christina's Like, Love, Destroy
pretty.
now.
Ooh,
crap. I didn't mean to share it. Present. Alright. So...
isn't it pretty? Thank you.
it's kind of pretty, yeah.
It is kind of pretty. It's definitely pretty. Alright. This is my Like, Love, Destroy. There's my like.
What? No honorable mention?
Nope. Okay, so...
You just picked the Gwens?
My Gwens! I picked the Gwens.
You know
That's
they're
my
not
like.
even both
I
Gwen
know
Stacy,
they're
right?
I know they're not.
Like, Gwenpool is actually from the real world.
I was reading about
I know.
Gwenpool and
Oh my
I
God.
loved her from what I read, and I was like, that's
I have like the unbelievable Gwenpool you can read if you want.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, Caleb, I know that they're not the same Gwen. Okay? I picked the Gwens because I do like them. I picked Gwenpool, like, when I first heard about what she is and what she does, like, I was like, that sounds really stupid. Like, why would anybody want to read that? She doesn't sound cool or funny. But I was wrong, because we read some of the comics, and it's like, no, she's actually very cool. Some of the stuff she gets into is pretty ridiculous, but that's the whole point. But I like her, and so I put her on my list.
I love the fact that she's like, stuck in just the issue in which she is like in. So she can't go back or forth in time farther than the issue covers.
Yeah.
Like, that's hilarious to me.
Well, I like the fact that she's like from the real world
Yeah,
and
she's
like
from the real world, and she's just like, oh, so-and-so's writing this, so maybe blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then I picked Spider-Gwen, because I think Spider-Gwen's a really cool character, and when, the Spider-Verse movie came out, I really liked her character in it. And
Were you with me when we met the co-creator of Spider-Gwen?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I actually met him last year at Planet Comic-Con and got my issue 1 signed by him. He even like drew a Spider-Gwen on there, and it was really awesome. So
Yeah, but So I think she's a really cool character. I like that she she's in a band and she's trying to
And the Mary Janes.
Yeah, so she's in a band and she's doing high school, and so she's kind of edgy, and I like that in a character.
Oh, she's so like modern day punk.
So is she?
do.
So
I
is
like
she
it.
like in the same like world with Peter Parker, or
No.
is she her
No.
own?
She's in an alternate universe character. In
Right.
her alternate universe, Peter doesn't become Spider-Man, but he wants to emulate his hero, so he helps Dr. Connors develop the lizard formula, and Peter becomes the lizard.
Okay.
And Harry becomes the Goblin because he thinks Spider-Gwen killed Peter. But what happened is, during the fight, something happened to Peter and he died.
I got you.
And Harry becomes the Goblin and goes, "You killed my friend!" And guess how he comes up with the Goblin persona? Playing Dungeons and Dragons. Because when Gwen and Peter and Harry are playing Dungeons and Dragons, Harry's always a goblinoid character.
Wow.
Anyway, so yeah, so my likes are the Gwens, and
Cool.
I thought it was cool that they're both Gwens. So I was like, perfect, they'll work together. Because I had them both on my list, and I was like, hey, I got 2 Gwens. Might as well throw them in the like together.
Do it.
All right, we going to the next one now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, time for that love.
No. I picked
I'm
Shuri.
big surprise.
What?
No, I'm happy you picked Shuri. I love Shuri.
Why are you like big surprise?
I knew nothing of her until the Black Panther movie, and like I
Well,
loved her character.
I'll admit, I knew nothing about her either until then. Until then, too. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Anyway, so I really like the movie. Shuri is definitely a strong woman.
Yeah.
She's very smart. She gets done what she needs to do, and I really liked it. And we started getting the Shuri comics, so I've been reading through that too, and it's been pretty cool because I mean,
Can I ask real quick, what is this? Like
it's
this?
from the comic.
It's from the comic?
Yeah,
So she actually gets wings and flies around?
It's like
She can build them. I'm
it's
sure.
it's like spirit energy. I don't know how to
That's
describe it.
cool. Like mystical African magic. Like, ooh.
Well, you
Screw being a panther. I'm gonna be like a crane.
didn't.
Is a crane
I
from
mean,
Africa?
Uh,
No, cranes aren't from Africa.
I
That's
have-
like a Chinese thing, I think.
I have no idea. All I'm saying, it's based off of something that happened in, I think in a Black Panther I haven't read what happened, but she got connected to, like, the mysticalness of the universe. So yeah, she can control it, and part of that is, like, with wings and things like that. She's really connected to, like, her homeland, and in the comics, they're even asking her to take over as Black Panther while her brother is away, and so it's been a really cool story, and I really like Shuri, and I'm looking forward to seeing her more in the universe, because I mean she's a super smart techie, and she's definitely the strength behind her brother, and I just really like her as a character.
I just really want to add real quick. I love shipping Spider-Man with Shuri.
Oh yeah, I think that's adorable.
And we're talking like high
they're, like,
school Spider-Man,
nerdies
like
together.
And I like to think that like Tony, hey, we're gonna go meet Black Panther. They're weird, but they're really cool. They got a lot of cool science stuff. And Peter's like, yes, this is awesome. So they're gonna go to Wakanda. There's Black Panther, and Shuri's like, you like science? And Peter's like, yeah, I love science. And they start geeking out together, and then they start getting like a little bit more romantically involved. And Tony's like, no, cut that rope right now, no.
They could take over the world together. That's cool with me.
Uh,
I really like Shuri, and I hope they do a lot more with her, because I think they definitely did something really cool.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited to read some of the old stuff where she's Black Panther and everything. So that's gonna be exciting. So you're destroyed. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, that was cool.
This one's gonna get it. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I don't care. I destroyed Jean Grey.
I totally agree with you. I hate her so much.
She's so annoying. Okay, well then I guess it's a good choice. But
I don't know. I don't know if Pendry feels the same way.
I'm not like upset about it, but I probably wouldn't have chosen her, but I almost chose like her child and grandchild, just because I'm not a huge fan of the this is some over epic powerful person and they can do everything. I hate that whole thing. But anyway,
that's part of the reason why, like, Jean Grey, it's like she's either always saving the day or the reason everything is screwed.
Right.
And like it just seems like sometimes things won't even be about her and she'll still show up and you're like, how did you even get here? And it's like, why? I don't know. I think she's annoying. Everybody cares about her, like, all the time.
Overtly cares.
It's like
they're
Cyclops and
they're
Wolverine
in love
are
with her.
Can I ask you guys a question real quick?
What?
If you had psychic powers, and you like went away for some reason, and I had psychic sex with another character, would that be cheating?
You're talking about that. I don't want to talk about that, kid. Anyway.
If you guys don't know, I'm talking about the Emma Frost, Scott Summers situation, where Jean finds out that Scott is sleeping with Emma, but only psychically.
I don't care.
So
wouldn't that just be like fantasy dreams almost?
No, because it was real.
It was real to him.
Yeah.
But it's not.
But it wasn't his.
Happening.
But it wasn't.
I don't know.
It doesn't
discover
matter.
that for yourselves,
That
guys.
is a whole different dilemma. Anyway, I think what really killed it for me though was when I was reading spoilers. I was reading through Venomized, and like the story was great. I was into it. The poisons were super cool. And then you see, like, the Poison Queen, and you're like, oh, man, now things are going. And then it's like, oh, there's Jean Grey. I was like, oh, man, that's bad, because Jean Grey's so powerful. And then, like, Jean Grey's like, oh, wait, I'm Jean Grey. And then, like, wins.
I don't think you gave enough context there. So, like, the poisons kill the person that they were, but gain their body and all their powers and everything.
Yeah, but they dissolve the body. But Jean Grey, being Jean Grey, overpowers the hive mind and then recreates her own body. And so she's the only one that, like, gets out unscathed. And she's just like, hey, yo, it's cool.
It's not even a character that I care about getting out unscathed. It's like, oh.
So it's like, all that, like, so it feels like the whole story was unnecessary. Because Jean Grey could have done that at any point. They did nothing to help her. So the whole thing was just pointless. And it was like, oh, well, Jean Grey could have just done that, but she didn't until, like, this very moment. So all of the people that died, like, nothing, for no reason.
You know what I hate about her? Everybody freaking just, like, keeps tripping over their tongue for her. Logan, Cyclops, all these amazing characters are like, oh, it's Jean, how you doing? And, like, weren't you just dealing with this thing over here? Yeah, but, like, it's Jean.
Right. I don't know. I feel like that ruined the whole story for me, because I really liked Venomized up until the end. I was like, oh, well,
it's still worth the read.
It is, but I feel like when you're like, oh, all these characters, like, people are dying, you know, and then it's just like, oh, well, I mean, Jean Grey saved the day, but she could have at any point, and nothing that they did helped her do that. She just
did it.
She just did it. Mm-hmm. And then she gets to be like, oh, I can recreate my own body because I'm powerful and
So she's kind of like Goku.
Yeah.
There's like, let's just hold out till Goku gets here.
Yeah.
Because he'll save us all.
Right, and then they all die, and then Goku like wishes himself back. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I destroyed her because that like just destroyed my whole world.
I got you.
I was like,
we get it. We get it.
I get that annoyance of the whole overpowered character thing.
Yeah.
It's cool if they can actually, like, make it, you know, make sense, you know? Like, it's not just, you know, like Legion. Legion's a really powerful Omega-level mutant. But he's also freaking psycho.
Right.
And, you know, one minute he'll go, hey, we're best friends, you know? And, like, did you pick up that milk? No. Ah!
Right, but Jean Grey does go crazy from time to time.
But not like that kind of, not like fun crazy. Like,
not fun crazy.
Like, my wife is having her aunt visit, and, you know, that kind of crazy.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing.
Uh-huh.
Nothing.
Uh-huh. Anyway,
I
like the Phoenix character and like some of that stuff. But
Yeah, that
Jean
was
Grey
a cool
and-
story.
It's not
Jean
even,
Grey
but
is-
the Phoenix isn't exclusive to Jean Grey
No,
either.
the Phoenix is a separate being, and
Like-
I think the Phoenix is cool, but Jean Grey is not. So
I was trying to see on this picture if Polaris was in there. I want to say, I think.
Wow, you got like a lot
I
more
think that's
Marvel
Polaris,
chicks than
maybe.
I did.
I don't know. Yeah, I just found this picture. I was like, hey, cool, group picture.
I like how Invisible Woman has a big giant 4 on her boob. like in case you couldn't see that I'm a member.
well,
What group are you with?
Oh,
Fantastic Four.
I almost destroyed her because I hate the Fantastic Four.
see, I feel like such a horrible person.
But have you read the comics, or are you just going off the movies?
The
Because the movies, they've butchered
movies
them.
suck. Yes.
Okay, I'm
That's
gonna
what-
say this from a comic perspective.
Okay.
I still don't like them.
I mean, they're not my favorite, but they're
But I
not
feel
bad.
so
I feel like
horrible.
people say they're so crappy.
I don't think they're crappy. I just don't find them interesting enough. Because, like, I feel like I should be just, like, cast out of my fandom because the progenitor of Marvel, Stan Lee, has unequivocally said that his favorite superhero team is Fantastic Four,
Yeah, but-
and his favorite superhero villain is Victor Von Doom.
Yeah, but Doctor Doom is freaking great.
Doctor Doom is great.
The Fantastic Four aren't so great, but Doom is.
I think it's hard when you have competition of X-Men and Avengers size to go up against for popularity. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're so good. But
And-
I don't know.
I don't know, but anyway.
But anyway, so this one's mine. So I have an honorable mention at the beginning because I like this character, but she didn't quite make it into the top 2.
Okay.
Angela.
Oh, I was gonna mention her actually.
And I've always thought
She hangs
Angela
out with
was
the
a cool
Guardians.
character. Yep. And I know a lot of people might remember her starting out with Spawn.
Yeah, she was an
And
Image
she was
Comics
Image
character.
Comics.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was the Asgardian goddess, and she was raised by angels and was fighting the Hell Spawns and all that stuff.
Can you help me out here real quick?
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I remember her character being trans at one time too.
I can't remember. You may or may not be right.
I'm not gonna say I'm right, but I'm
Should
not
Google
gonna say
it.
I'm wrong. I will Google that and post a comment.
So I thought it was cool because I didn't know
I like Spawn.
hardly anything about the fact,
Spawn movie,
except for when I was going through the list of Marvel women to just kind of make sure I picked who I wanted. I didn't realize that she had transitioned over to Marvel, and
You
that
said
she was,
transition
and that
after I
she
said
was Thor's sister and all that, which is cool because it makes sense, and that she is part of the Guardians and all
Yeah.
that. So I thought that
She's
was
actually
really
been a
cool.
member of Marvel for like a good decade or so because she's got some issues
I
like.
thought it said they got her in like 2012.
Okay, well that's almost a decade. I mean, 6
Getting there.
years.
I've read a lot of Guardian stuff, so when she popped up, I was like, "Who is this person?"
Right.
She looks.
But-
The actual only reason that Marvel was able to acquire her though is because the person that came up with Angela, who was
yeah.
working over in
Chris
Image,
Claremont.
started writing for Marvel,
Marvel.
and he loved his character so much
Yeah.
that he wanted to.
But it
bring
was
her.
a good fit too. It made sense.
Yes,
and I
it
liked
makes sense.
so-
Even in Image, she was depicted as a Asgardian
Yep,
character.
exactly. And
So
I'd always liked her from back in Image, and I just loved the fact that they're able to transition her
that belt
over,
is
so.
huge. Can you imagine like she took that belt off and started whacking you with it? Like that belt right there. It's freaking huge.
Wow.
If you're
I don't
able-
know
if you're
why,
able
but
to wear the belt of Angela, you will have the power of Angela, just like Thor.
Oh, okay. Is that
No,
really? I was about to
no,
say.
but that'd be funny.
I was
if it
like,
was.
oh, that
But
sounds-
I remember
that
like
sounds
I remember a 6-part series that came out around 2012. Angela Asgard's Assassin, and that's a Marvel comic.
Okay.
I haven't read it in a long time, but I read that one. But no, Angela's a cool character.
Yes.
I really like her. So
yeah.
I'm glad she got mentioned. Yay!
And then just like how you always like to spin your symbol, for my like.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I tried to find thumbs ups and I could not find them. But I was exclusively looking
For women.
For women.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this right now. I am never gonna do this because you just do such a good job.
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
try
show.
and do women at first, and then honestly, it was the Ghost Rider one that I found right away that swayed me. I was like,
You're like,
that's
yeah.
too good to not have.
But like, I was literally trying to find these thumbs up characters, and I could not find any women. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave the mastery of this to the master, Pendragon. So I'm done.
So yeah, so we get into my like, and my like, I like Spiral.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy these awesome characters are getting mentioned. So, Christina, this guy right here.
Mojo.
Mojo! Oh my gosh, he's such a disgusting, nasty character that runs his own TV show. And he brings in characters from all over the universe to go on game shows or fight each other in gladiatorial combat or things like
the X-Babies.
The X-Babies is him.
Oh, okay.
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 All the X-Men as babies was like that.
I was like, what are you talking about?
But this is his lieutenant, his top dog. If you go out of line,
they took
Spiral.
her and put her into this body factory, they called it, and they gave her the extra arms and the upgrades and all this stuff. And she's cool because she can dance and do magic spells and
they're almost fifth dimensional beings, Mr. Mixed.
Couple more pictures.
Who did she what is she associated with?
She was created by Mojo. That's why.
Well, no, I mean
X-Men, mainly X-Men.
X-Men. Okay.
Yeah, Mojo's definitely an X-Men villain. He's done other things. I'm pretty sure there's a crossover event where Mojo kidnaps Superman and another character. I might be shooting this out of my rear end here, but I know that some powerful character kidnaps Superman and a female character and produces a porn. Wow. And I'm pretty sure that's Mojo. I'm pretty sure that if that's not true, trademark. Wow. I'm pretty sure it's Mojo though. I'm pretty sure it's a crossover where Mojo somehow grabs Superman and I don't remember the female character, and he's like, "We're gonna make a porn." And
that's crazy.
I will find it and comment it below if that's true too. Okay.
I like her one metal arm and then her half metal arm.
Right.
She's a really cool character.
I've never seen her before.
She doesn't get enough spotlight on her own because she's always with Mojo.
Yeah.
So, really cool character. I'm so excited.
And I really loved. Okay, sorry, I had those. I guess I went all the craziest pictures in this.
You might have a little bit.
But I really love these cosplays of.
That is dope!
They did a really good job adding the extra arms and everything.
I didn't even think to grab cosplays this time. I mean, I'm usually the cosplay guy. You stole my thing. I tried to steal yours. I'm like, no, I'm gonna leave it where it is. I'm gonna steal Caleb's thing though.
I thought it was a good idea when you did that, and then I was kind of like, I should do that maybe for a couple. Anyway.
Sure.
Those are pretty cool.
But yeah, I thought they did a really good job with those.
Yeah. Oh, that is really cool.
That looks hard and complicated.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So for
my love. That's adorable.
So Black Widow's I want my old American boy, but when I'm ready for a wrestling match, I'm gonna get with the Hulk.
Oh, they are both. Wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
In comics, traditionally, she is depicted as a Captain America love
interest.
It's
more the movies.
I think it's better with Hulk.
I like the
way they did
I think their relationship is super cute.
I like the current comics that are coming out. It's like they're amalgamating Marvel characters together, and Black Widow and She-Hulk amalgam together to become Hulk Widow or Widow Hulk or something like that. She looks ridiculous though and amazing at the same time.
Black Hulk.
Black Hulk. Black Hulk. I don't remember what her name is, but she's a really cool character. I've read the storyline for her. It's a one-shot. Pretty sure it's a one-shot, but anyway, continue. Sorry, I keep interrupting.
That's why we're doing this.
That's why we're doing it.
All right, so I have loved this character for ever, and I don't know. Anyway, I have loved Psylocke for so long.
Psylocke is such
she's so cool.
She's always a loved character by every guy I ever meet, and you realize this character is fucked up when you think about who she really is.
Because she has had a lot of transition over the years. She started out
transition.
Anyway, she started out, as you can see, as this blonde girl right here that was part of.
I'm pretty sure she's the sister of
Captain Britain.
Captain Britain.
Yeah,
and
because she's Betsy Braddock and he was something Braddock. I can't remember.
Robert Braddock.
And then they also had a brother named Jamie Braddock, who's a villain for a while.
And she becomes Miss Britain or something like that.
Right here in this picture, right here. Yeah, she's Miss Britain. And then eventually she gets like kidnapped by Matsumoto, or wow, what is his name? One of the Asian guys, I think, from like The Hand or whatever. That his sister was dying, and so they like switched her body, and so she ended up getting
super messed up.
So yeah, so and then
it's so screwed up.
Yeah, I remember it because then like they switch it back and her body's different. It's
like her body is always this British character, but now she has all the memories and abilities and everything of that Japanese character.
Well, she was the British character to begin with, but then she was kind of the Asian American.
But the body is always the British one. It's just kind of like the Japanese one starts.
All the thoughts, but I thought she became
it's always her body. I'm pretty sure. But yet the power of this character that gets put into her body starts transforming her and making her look like the Psylocke we know. I'm pretty sure, at least.
I thought
backstory's crazy.
Anyway, yeah, there's a lot going on, and like she, like right here, for a while she was Lady Mandarin, and worked for the Mandarin as an assassin. Was a bad guy.
That's cool.
And
that costume's cool, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's very 90s. This is a very 90s costume. Wow. Ugh.
But yeah, I mean, and I won't lie. I mean, I'm assuming when I was younger, as a younger boy, I mean, her costume definitely helps make her more popular to guys. I would assume, just because
she is an interesting. Looking. Like, if you just look at the history of the character, she's very interesting and very freaking different.
I just love like she's a badass fighter and
a telepath, a telekinetic.
And yeah, just she has all kinds of cool powers, and she's also a good fighter, and just.
I have been reading one of the newest X-Men runs where she's actually like the focal point of getting all the characters to go into the dream world, where the guy that like he's half spider, half fat guy, and he's always challenging Xavier. It's where he always wants to take over Storm's body in the animated series and come out as a powerful
Hodge.
I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But
I think I know what you're talking about.
You know what?
Yeah.
But she sends all the X-Men characters that are there in Britain with her to that dream. I don't even remember what the world is called, and they go there to fight him.
Okay.
And Xavier's actually trapped there too, and they're playing a game of chess where Xavier gets to use his X-Men as characters, and this guy puts, barriers and stuff in his way.
I gotcha.
It's a really good read.
That would be sounds like a cool storyline.
Yeah.
And then, like, I really love this statue. I want to get it sometime because weird, it has my like and my love in it. Anyway, and then another little storyline thing with her that I thought was cool that they did was she'd gotten in this like big brawl with Sabretooth, and I guess because he had gotten one of Wolverine's claws through his head, her psychic knife thing didn't work on him, so like he almost basically killed her. And then to save her, they like had to do some sort of special thing, and because of that, she got this like tattoo thing on her face for a while. And not for a while, but has it, and gave her an extra power to like be able to like manipulate and go through shadows and stuff, and like cool little extra.
It seems like Psylocke was one of those characters that like, hey, I want to do something different. I'm gonna grab this character that's already been screwed with so much, be like, hey, not only are you a great telepathic ninja, but I kind of want to make you an assassin right now for the Mandarin. You know how that time that you were an assassin? Well, kind of makes sense that you would travel through shadows now. So I'm going to have you travel through shadows.
I don't know. I kind of, I guess, like, looking back, I like it a little bit, too, where if they were able to, like, take an old character that might not have been very popular, and instead of just making somebody new and just dropping that person, they were able to kind of, like, bring them
There's
back.
no way this character was never popular. Come on.
I meant when she was originally like Captain Britain and all that.
That's different. That's different.
Like, no, yeah. When she was this version of Psylocke, I think
I'm teasing.
But yeah, so that's my love. I've always a couple cosplays.
That's not a cosplay. That's like the.
Oh yeah, and then that's from the movie. Sorry.
That's
technically a cosplay.
I think technically.
No, she is Psylocke. Even though she dies.
Olivia Munn.
But she like.
Technically, all actors are cosplayers.
Exactly. Thank you.
I love it when she has the butterfly thing when she's doing that. I like that. So.
Back in the day, yeah, that was cool.
I think she was even called Madame Butterfly for a while.
I think you might be right.
Yeah. But I'm surprised you don't have Yaya Han's Psylocke. Like Yaya Han has such a dynamic Psylocke that I was expecting to see her, but I kind of feel I feel cheated now.
He might not have been.
Remember,
around.
this isn't my normal jam. This is yours.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was my love. I've like a little bit of gratuitous. You know,
Wow.
This is from the Marvel swimsuit issue,
which I have all the issues.
Oh my god!
They made a Marvel swim.
Yeah,
because back in the day,
there's
the
guys in
Sports
it too, though. That's the best
from, like,
part.
The Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues were so popular. Marvel's like, let's do that with our characters,
That
and like
sounds-
they made
DC
like 4
even
of
did
them.
it, and I was like, there was this one where Joker's wearing a literal banana hammock.
Wow.
And like, I love some of the stuff they say. Like, looking at Psylocke here makes you want to wonder who's got the Psy key. Like, you know, just
wow.
silly stuff like that is just hilarious.
Wow.
Anyway, there's my gratuitous thing right there. Caleb had his earlier, so there's mine.
Wow.
Anyway. So,
You just took a character that's been screwed so much with, it doesn't get anything. And you know what? Instead of like keeping her on this amazing pedestal, you're like keeping her on this barely balancing pedestal that you just put her on. You're like, ha! Kick out! You're worse than I am, sir.
And
No, I'm
that's
kidding.
'cause
I'm
I'm
kidding.
a terrible person.
I'm kidding. Your neutrality is not showing very well right now.
Alright, so my destroy is not exactly one character. It is, I just picked a few that represent this type of character.
See, I was going to do that too, actually. But
I
I
dislike when I feel they are not being creative enough to just make up new characters. So instead of making just new characters, they say, hey, this character's popular, let's just make a female version of it.
I swear to God, I was going to do the same freaking thing.
And that just bothers me because
To be
I
fair,
feel...
Silk is his granddaughter or something?
No.
I looked it up and I thought this was so dumb. They're like, well, the spider that bit Peter Parker happened to, before it died, bit this girl too.
Oh.
And I was just like, really? Like,
Which one is his
I will-
granddaughter then? Or like kind of his granddaughter.
First of all, it depends on which universe you're talking about.
Okay.
Currently, Peter does not have a daughter in the Marvel 616 universe.
Oh.
But no, I think Silk has kind of developed from that, to be honest with you. Namorita, I don't think has ever been developed. She's literally just a female version of Namor.
And like Namor,
Spider-Woman
no,
is not...
I didn't pick
They look
Namora because I read about her, and to me, it made more sense to me if it's like a racial thing. So like, they're Atlanteans, and I could see, hey, Atlanteans getting with, you know, humans, and that could be more than just a one-time thing. So Namora was just basically another same thing of that. So I feel like that makes a little more sense to me, where Namorita is a clone of Namor. So it's just like, I don't know, I just feel like it's lack of creativity, and I'm gonna get hate, I'm ready for it, but these two are on the list for me too. I love X-23. She's so cool, but she's
like
Wolverine. Like, I don't know.
But
Okay.
she gets like he's in the Venomverse.
I'm going to
X-23
agree.
Venom
Okay,
versus
so hold up. I'm gonna get some hate for this. I'm going to agree and disagree with you.
Okay.
My agree is X-23 is literally a carbon copy of Wolverine, except with a more female ferociousness to her.
Right.
But I agree with you. I do like. I have started to grow to like the character because she actually takes on the persona of Wolverine and everything. I hate the current run on X-23 though for comics. It's freaking awful.
I like the Venomized version.
She has a younger daughter. Not a younger daughter. A younger sister named like Badger or
Does
something.
She have like a symbiote?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
But she's awful. I hate her. She-Hulk, on the other hand, I love She-Hulk's like promiscuity in Marvel Comics. Because like for a while, everyone thought She-Hulk was like sleeping with Juggernaut, and it wasn't her. It wasn't the 616 She-Hulk. It was from another universe.
The
and
lie
now she's like,
detector determined
that was a
not
lie. now She-Hulk's like hooking it up with Thor. But I like the idea that like not only is She-Hulk's like a bastardized character that goes everywhere. She goes Fantastic Four. She goes, you know, this and that. But what I really like about her is I'm still a lawyer. As she walks in and her lawyer get up and
I will
goes.
say, like for her, the difference between that she can control her transformation as opposed to
No, she's always like that.
She's always green.
She's always.
It said in the thing she could control it. There were times where she was stuck one way or the other for a
That
time,
might be because because of something that like happened, like a serum or something. But for the most part, She-Hulk is always She-Hulk.
And I was just kind of a little annoyed when I read about like the whole way it happened was that they couldn't find any of her blood type around, so all of a sudden the Hulk had to give some of his to
Well, it was
her
Bruce.
for a blood transfusion. I was just like,
That's fair.
I don't know. I don't know. Characters like this, I feel like they're lazy. Like, lazy ways to make new characters.
It takes a lot for them to develop into characters that actually deserve to be loved.
Yeah.
It takes a lot. I will say that. Like, I'm gonna go back real quick and like, I think Silk has gotten that notoriety. I don't think Spider-Woman, like, Spider-Woman's always been this, you know, she has nothing to do with spiders. She was actually a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent that got powers, and because Spider-Man was such a big thing, they decided to name her Spider-Woman, but her powers have nothing to do with spiders.
Yeah, they do, because she can shoot webbing stuff from
No. I swear to God, she is completely... I think you're reading about another Spider-Woman, because...
Why did you look at her?
I didn't mean to, but like, here, we'll look it up off screen and I'll show you. I promise you.
Caleb, we should just keep going with the video.
But I was actually going to do this.
But yeah, I don't know. That's just, I don't know. That just was my thing. I get frustrated when I feel like they could, I don't know, spend more time creating better characters that aren't just
right.
carbon copies.
I think making making female characters that are unique is better.
Yes.
Than like taking a guy version and going, well, here's a girl version. Woo,
and
diversity.
And it's like frustrating.
Diversity.
And it's frustrating because I mean, a lot of those characters that I put in there was examples. Like the characters themselves are cool characters, but I'm just like they've already been done.
Their personalities are what make them different, and their interactions are what make them different. But all in all, when you look at the powers, you go, "Oh, look, Hulk's hulking out." No, that's She-Hulk. Same thing.
Right.
I actually almost made my like X-23. I really like X-23.
I hate the current run on her.
I haven't read any of that.
It's so bad. She has a younger sister, and her name's like Badger or something, but she's just another clone. And I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Because she's like the antithesis of annoying little sister. Do we have a birthday? Can we have a birthday?
Oh, I hate
What's your birthday?
But yeah, I let them get away with things like this when it's, like I said, when it's like maybe certain races, so they have similar powers because it's racial abilities, or like say somebody gives the mantle of like some super
cool
ability to a different person, so it's the same powers because it's that mantle of that abilities, but it's just a new person. I get that. That makes sense to me too, but just...
Say my name so you can get my power.
Exactly, Shazam.
Shazam?
I don't know your name.
Shazam. Say it!
That was loud.
Okay. Shazam? Alright, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Like, Love, Destroy. I would really like to hear... this was a long episode, but there was a lot of discussion.
Some chatting going on.
I would really like to hear what you guys think on this topic, because I want to hear what you guys have to think about these characters that are just female versions, but with their own personalities and agenda and everything. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Please tell us what you think. And did we just kick pedestals out and like take women back 20 years? I don't think I did that bad, but you know, let me know. Am I a horrible person or not? But thank you guys so much for joining us. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you I don't know. Make sure you slash that like button with Psylocke's telekinetic blade.
Yeah.
And if you're new, just love.
Just love
Just
it.
love and subscribe.
Just a little love.
Just love and subscribe.
To the brohood.
To the brohood.
To the brohood.
Oh my god.
Come join the brohood and show some love.
Please no.
I can't guarantee that I'm as good a kisser as Black Widow here, but I will put the effort in.
Oh my god.
But thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will catch you guys next time.
Later.
Bye.